bitch squeal.
But wait, guys, wait.
We're
Hear
here.
all of them.
How can we be 25 plus if the max level's 20?
Multi-classing, bitch.
Age.
I'm about to hit level 31.
Multi-classing, man. And also, we're live.
Are we alive? Impossible.
Where's the recap?
Checking heartbeat. No,
I
have
no,
my
don't feel it.
kneecaps.
Sorry.
So where's the
We-
recap, Snowy? Come on.
Do we have a recap? Do we have a recapy, a recapper, a recap smee? Before you say anything, I'm gonna put a sock in your fucking mouth. Cheese, that's right, I'm the recapy!
Calm
Fair
down, both of ya. You're both beautiful.
I'll just stuff
That's
this
a
brownie
lie,
in my
pretty
mouth.
girl.
Anyway, last time we left off, we fought some scarecrows. We T-posed. Well, actually, that was a couple sessions back. No, that was one session back.
What are you talking about?
I think Bob at least T-posed once.
We didn't.
That's why I said Bob.
What are you talking about? Okay, let me get my
Exactly.
let me get
Anyway.
freaking this working on.
We fought some scarecrows, we did some business problems, we silenced a man who was banging pots and pans outside his establishment. We undercut his business by just stealing his act for the night.
Legally, mind you.
Legally, we just threw money at him and they're like, oh cool, money! And then they came to play.
This one.
Hired
There we go.
some
This is
new
the right kind of silliness I like.
Hired some new employees, danced in a circle, had a laugh, had a drink, investigated the situation, and then all of a sudden there was a terrorist attack outside our front door.
Lots of fireballs, and Tali did
What?
some investigating.
Tali, in fact, used her police skills to investigate by slamming her face against the wall and finding out things.
Lots of things.
And we ended up talking with the dead, where we found out about the stone of Golor being not far from the outside of the establishment and the epicenter of the fireball blast.
Yeah.
We found out that the cause of the fireball blast was actually a necklace of fireball with 3 uses left, meaning that someone threw 4 fireballs in one hand into the ground. I'm surprised the city street's okay.
Did it have 3 uses?
Magic doesn't affect
Yeah, it had
terrain,
3 uses
apparently.
left. It had 3 uses left.
Okay, then I didn't put down in my inventory.
And then now we have the situation of we found some of the guys in the Zetrium. They were last. Well, their scent was last detected up in the north, near the wealthy noble villas, and we found one going through the sewers. However, while the Zetrium was an interesting party, and it was and you'd like to know why you were there, we're currently after the person that initially did the attack. A weird puppet-like creature, as reported by one of the eyewitnesses, seen jumping from the buildings after discarding the necklace in which the fireballs came from. After that information, and after confirmation of the necklace, the paladin of the Platinum Dragon was given a gun. A fucking gun. That's right, guys, a gun. She's now armed. I don't know, guys. I don't think I said it enough. She has a gun.
3 uses you said it has left?
3 uses on the necklace fireball, yes.
Okay.
So, with information through the city.
Also, can you give me the stats of the fireball? Not of the fireball, of the pistol?
They're gonna be on the sheet. You're gonna find them under the clockwork pistol. The Google sheet that I have in the shops.
Could you just tell me the range of the damage and damage type?
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Give me a sec. Hitting buttons wrong.
Stop hitting buttons wrong,
piercing,
damn
it is piercing damage. It is a D10 piercing damage.
Wow.
With a range of 60 to 240.
1d10 you said?
1d10 piercing.
And range of 60?
Yeah, range of 60 to 240, so I believe that's its range in increments. I'm not sure what the second number is supposed to be.
240?
Yep.
And crit range is 20, right?
Well, there is no crit range, I guess. There would just be normal crit thing. And then reload of 4 and misfire of 1.
Crit range is generally what you roll to get
Yeah,
a crit.
I know that's what you roll to get a crit. It's just like, It's not really a. It's not really something tracked in 5e because it's
Load
always
4
20 most of the
and
time.
what else?
Reload
Some
4,
paladins care about
misfire
it.
1.
Misfire 1.
Yes.
There we go. Thank you.
Okay. So anyway, after gathering the information, your current lead is the temple
Hey,
of...
there we go. It works.
Give me a sec. Double checking some things. Yep. So currently, knowing that Cassie specifically has seen similar contraptions during the Day of Wonders Parade, she would know that it was sponsored by the local temple of Gond, which is where your first lead to this interesting situation takes you. So, transferring us to the map of Waterdeep while we spend the next 5 minutes looking for the temple. Fuck. It doesn't even say what ward it is.
Does it say what street?
No. Oh, wait, here it is. Yes, it does. It sits on the corner of Seawatch Street and Shark Street in the Sea Ward.
Seaward?
Where
Oh,
the
there it is.
I see
Yeah,
Sea-Watch.
the
It's
C
near the
word
West
is right
Gate.
there.
Yeah, I see. Okay, so and corner of Seawatch Street and Shark Street. Yep, right here. I think it's gonna be the House of the Inspired Hand.
And music
There it
is
is.
not going on now because Spotify ad.
Ah. Okay. So, are you guys choosing to visit? And if so, who is taking the lead of this investigation?
Well, I basically led everyone there, but I don't
Okay.
take the lead in the talking.
And I was gonna say I refuse to lead because it is much funnier if I don't. Technically,
Peter.
it'd be the funniest if I did lead, but I prefer not to.
I think it's boiled down to Tully or Peter.
Peter ain't there.
Yeah, Peter.
Shit, you're right.
Yeah, that's right. Peter isn't here. Do you guys bother to grab Peter on the way out? On
Yeah,
the
let's
over?
bother to grab him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably a good idea.
So yeah, you.
He was
so
just
you
taking
do
a
end
nap.
up-
He was just taking a nap.
He sleeps through worse. You're
Oh,
just a
you-
fireball exploding.
You know what? That's actually a good way to wake him up. Boss, there was a bunch of fireballs outside.
Okay, what person do I have to kill?
What a way to wake
Puppet,
up!
Puppet, we're going to be talking to
Wake
Temple
up.
of Gond.
Puppet? What?
Remember the festival?
Day of Wonders.
The Day of Wonders festival?
Yeah. What about it?
I remember them coming from that temple. Also, several people are dead from those fireballs. So we're doing an investigation.
What? Fine.
They're like 11 dead, by the way, Burn.
Peter doesn't know that.
I know, I'm just telling you, it's like
I-
they're like 11 dead.
Cassie never bothered to count, just know that there's dead.
Yeah, it's just dead people. I don't
A
think it would
bunch
be a
of
good
people
idea.
dead.
Does that mean I have to kill people
Possibly.
Maybe.
to get answers?
Possibly.
We already talked to some of the dead.
Goodies, a necromancer was here.
Not really. Bob's father.
Is he a necromancer?
I don't think so.
Then why the heck was he able to speak with the dead?
Because
I
clerics
don't
can learn that
know.
spell.
Yeah.
You probably get better information out of Bob from that.
Bob decides to speak.
I just love the answer because clerics can learn that spell.
That is a good answer.
Okay,
It's the most justified.
can you at least tell me there was someone living through the blast to tell me besides us?
Cassie was around on when the witness, when Tally found the witness, right? Or
No.
no? Okay. Did Tally tell Cassie that there was a witness?
No, I thought.
There were a lot of witnesses.
No, I thought.
You
Cassie.
weren't there. Oh yeah, no, yeah,
Yeah,
you
no,
were.
Cassie helped out the
okay.
little. What was it? A gnome boy or a halfling boy?
Oh right.
Small,
I basically
this
paid
is
for.
just a kid. It's
Oh, he's just a kid. Okay. Yeah, no. Like Cassie brought him into the tavern.
Oh right, I
Yeah.
forgot.
I'm just because there were like 3 people you had to talk to for this.
There's a lot of people we talked to.
There was a witness. He is currently eating in the tavern at the moment.
As long as he's semi-functional, then we'll worry about that later.
Yeah. Let the nerves shake off. He was kind of rattled by seeing several people get, exploded.
Where's this? What'd you call it again? Conclave? Group of people thing?
Temple of Gond?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, we're heading over there now. Just wanted to let you know.
Let me pack a couple books and I'll be out with you.
Alright. I'll let everyone know you're up.
Really liking that your
Oh,
entire
God.
reaction is, oh man, people died? Fucking, I didn't know it. God damn it.
People died? Okay, who am I killing?
I have a reputation to keep up.
Yeah, I have a reputation to keep up.
Who's kill stealing from me?
Somebody killed someone. I'll kill someone for this.
Peter's eventually just gonna get up and pack his stuff.
I need a better.
And head on out.
So,
Good news.
I am to assume that Tali and Peter are taking the lead on approaching the Temple of Gond.
Yes.
Okay.
And Tali has her new weapon on her belt.
So, as you approach, and those that know the city well, you know it as the House of Inspired Hands that you're coming to look into.
The House of what?
The House of Inspired Hands.
Okay.
And as you approach, and you're about maybe 10 feet away from it, and as you approach, the House of Inspired Hands looks like a cross between a temple and a workshop. The symbol of Gond, a toothed cog with 4 spokes, is displayed prominently, and you see a silhouette of a humanoid shape perching on the rooftop. It extends an arm, releasing a tiny metal sparrow into the sky. The bird does a few loops in the air and then veers right towards you. Everyone, I need you all to start, and it's gonna be a pain. Roll me initiative.
Do you want me to make a character token first so it'll attach to it?
You just add turns.
I'm just gonna add turns, yeah.
Okay.
Is everyone using 3D dice now? Hell yeah.
I never use 3D dice.
It's so cool though.
You didn't have to do that. Okay.
I like my computer functioning properly.
Fair enough.
The fact that I can't figure out
What?
why is it not letting me add turns?
Because you're going to have to put in a custom tracker.
And what?
Go to settings. Add custom
Okay.
tracker. You gotta put if you want to do that, you gotta put in our names.
Okay.
Yup. Like I used to do.
Until we got tokens, and it made things so much easier.
That's why I asked if you wanted me to make a token for the sake of doing this, but no.
Okay, fine, Snowy. I'm gonna put down Ali's token.
Give me a sec. Don't
Too
worry.
late, she's right there.
I'm gonna beat your ass with a death.
You want to pull a power word kill and completely botch this shit?
Exactly. This is exactly what I wanted to do, right here, right now.
Oh, whoops. Okay, so we gotta keep... So we have to re-add Tali. Okay, so do not delete the token.
I'm just leaving my thing as the name. It's just a lot funnier with me having no face and everyone else having it. I didn't take the time to, like, draw it or anything.
This is mainly just for a temporary situation.
Oh, I'm aware. I'm just being a jackass. Also notice the art for Bob Jr. For the names and potentially at the bottom of the screen. I updated it just a little bit.
Alright, and then Pete. So the reason I'm asking this is because the burb has an initiative value. Okay, so
Of course I have initiative value.
You have value in general.
And you're invaluable to us.
okay, so the bird acts at initiative 10. So actually, considering
What happened?
everything, the bird is acting at initiative 10.
Okay, got it. Smack the bird.
So
Don't kick the baby.
Not the Bob.
Personally,
Personally, I'd say let's be defensive with this, because it like to be just a construct.
Oh, I already got an idea what I'm
Oh
gonna try to do.
no.
okay, so Karnash, you're the first one to notice the bird careening to the party. What do you do?
There we go. First of all, I'm gonna unmute myself. I guess it's just careening towards us. I mean, I'm just gonna have my shield at the ready. You know, I don't know what the heck what it's doing anyway.
Okay. Sick. Dolly. Bird careening to you guys at a fast speed. What you gonna do?
Sorry about that, I'm back.
Yeah, you got a bird careening towards you guys. What you gonna do?
She's just gonna put her shield up.
Cassie, who's supposed to have a, he's supposed to be next on the initiative. For some reason, it went up to 0. But anyway, what's he gonna do?
You guys are gonna hate me, but I'm gonna try to catch the bird.
It is not a Pokemon.
Roll me a dexterity save.
My god.
Cassie, as you try to intercept the bird whizzes past you, like just basically like nicking the hand that you were about to grab it with.
Aw, birdie, no!
Bob, mechanical bird heading your way.
I'm going to, because I'm Bob, I'm going to try to speak in Orin and be like, no, stop, bird friend. It's not wise.
Is that your action?
Yes, that's all. You know, I'm also going to pull up my shield because it's a smart idea.
Pete, you see mechanical bird flying to your head. Quick, what are you doing?
Jin, just sit there.
You're just gonna
Watch
watch.
it.
You're gonna stare it down.
Yep.
Gev,
Are you trying to intimidate the bird?
bird coming to your head. What you gonna do?
Hold one arm up and prepare to shoo it away.
All right, so the mechanical bird is careening to you guys. I gotta roll a d5 because Cassie is actually out of the way. Oh, fuck. That actually is going to go straight for Gev. Gev. I don't think a 7 hits, does it?
No, I shoo that bird away.
So, as you see the bird barely fly right past your head, you can see out of the corner of your eye, it smashes directly into the wall, exploding into a bunch of like, shards of scrap metal and springs.
Birdie, no!
Oh, can't eat that.
Oh. That was a thing? What was that?
Y'all roll me a perception real quick. Because you saw
Okay.
this bird come from the top of the roof where there was a humanoid shape on the roof.
Come on, everyone.
I'm blind!
I have a 20, and it is dirty.
I need everyone to roll.
Dirty 20s.
Alright, so
20s
Tally.
I'm looking at the wall.
Tally, Cassie, and Peter, you're both looking at where it crashed into the wall. Just kind of like in the situation you followed its gaze and it just smashed, wondering what the fuck just happened. Missive Karnash, you notice that the humanoid shape saw the bird careen to you guys and start to scramble, like, further down the roof, trying to get to a hidey hole. Bob, you see which window it jumps into, which is one of the top windows on that roof.
I point that out to everyone else, and then I would like to pick up the bird and all the bird parts and attempt to deal with it later.
Got pile of broken bird.
Yes, I would like to add pile of broken bird to my inventory.
Okay.
Seeing this, since I'm the only one that can fly, should I go fly it up to that window?
If you want.
Yeah. I'll
Also,
go
yeah,
ahead
I can close the initiative because that was all the initiative tracker was used for.
Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
As you fly up to around where that is, you note that the window is shuttered.
I knock on the shutters.
You get no response.
Hello?
No response. You guys on the ground, do you continue your approach to the main doors of the House of Inspired Hands?
Well, with no question.
The rest of the party? Guys?
I'm answering, but
I'm
it's
here.
not coming out correctly because I'm trying to make a bird sound.
So yeah, are you going to just continue to approach the House of Inspired Hands and kind of enter?
Yes, with my pile of broken bird.
Okay, so as you guys enter the temple, you note that it's basically from what you can see, everyone's moving about, working on separate projects, handling pieces of paper with what seems to be scrolls of different parts of ingenuity. It's always a buzz, it never seems to be stopping to move in this area. And as you enter into the main hall, you see about 24 marble pedestals, each bearing a plaque of sorts, describing each of the items laid upon the pedestals. Would you like to investigate some of the pedestals?
Considering the background he has, yeah.
Alright, Peter. Since you spoke up first, as you approach one of the pedestals, you see a 4-foot-tall working model of a clock tower that seemingly just rung as it is the top of the hour. It's made of wood, iron, bronze, and glass, and has brass bells and delicate hands on it formed from solid gold. Who's next? Who wants to investigate the next pedestal?
Sure.
Bob, you see a wooden flying machine that seems to flap as if it was airborne. Who's next?
Am I still at the shutters?
I would say you would return if you want to investigate something. You'd be at the very end.
Okay. Fair enough.
So who's next?
I'll go.
Okay. Karnash, you see a miniature model of a mechanical dragon turtle that has a brass plate affixed to the pedestal. It reads, Big Belchy sank in Deepwater Harbor on the Day of Wonders in 1363 DR. Who's next?
Eh.
Alright, Gav, you note this one because it looks kind of peculiar. You see the pedestal, it reads, a functional waking helmet. As you go to examine, it's equipped with a small articulated metal arms and hands that would gently slap the wearer if he or she falls asleep.
That's exactly what I thought you were going to say.
And Cassie, as you fly in and kind of like follow the party, you investigate the last one that no one seems to have come across yet. You see a miniature model of a red submarine shaped like a manta ray. It has a brass plate affixed onto its pedestal that reads, The Scarlet Mark North, Latnese Submersible, launched in 1489 DR. Tali, I'm guessing that you ignored most of the pedestals. Yeah, okay, there. You were back. Okay, you were definitely gone. So, considering the fact that everyone was able to look at a pedestal, I'm going to say that Tali approaches the bronze dragonborn at the end of the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
And you assume that this is one of the priests of Gond, and you can go ahead and talk to them if you wish.
Oh.
Did I get anything from that?
What?
Do I get anything from that? Look.
Oh shit! Yeah, you know that this house has been. See, you're fully aware of Waterdeep's history of being described as the City of Wonders, and the House of Inspired Hands. When you didn't look at any of the pedestaled items, you know that this is where a lot of the interesting inventions shown off during the Day of Wonders come from. If anything, you're kind of surprised that this is so open because last you checked, this place is aflutter. You would assume that most of the priests and acolytes here are currently in their workshops working on new inventions to show.
But they're not?
But they're not. The entire Great Hall is empty.
Except for this guy.
The main hall is empty, except for this guy at the end, who seems to be trying to check up on things.
Ollie walks up to him and says, "Greetings, brother."
Hello. You approach this priest is a bronze dragonborn, by the way.
That was copper.
Hello. No, this is bronze dragon ancestry. So he looks, he's like, oh, hello, hi. We weren't exactly expecting visitors today. A lot of our members are either taking a small off day or working on side projects right now. Is there any way we can help you?
Quick recap for myself since I was away a bit. Why are we over here again? I forget. Slipped my mind.
When you were investigating earlier, you heard that the person that threw the fireballs into the street was some kind of mechanical wonder. And Cassie, after rolling decently high on her history check, remembered that those really only appear during the Day of Wonders. And considering that this temple, the Temple of the Inspired Hands, has a lot of the stuff where where items shown off the Day of Wonders come from, you thought here would be the place. So you're looking for like a weird mechanical mechanical humanoid.
Tali is going to hold up the fastening that's holding her badge of rank and badge of the Grey Hand and asking and telling her that now it was an individual or a thing that was shown?
A thing. It was a humanoid thing.
A humanoid puppet, right?
Yeah, a puppet.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that since word travels fast, I'm pretty sure that you heard about what happened between we're by Windborne Way, right?
You're looking at the House Inspire Hands on. You mean your
Yeah, where the incident happened.
Yeah, you're by Windborne Way down Ceradon Street.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that wind possibly could have traveled already of the incident that happened by Windborne Street and Saradown. Savvy?
Before he can open his mouth. Wait, no, sorry. Before she can open their mouth.
Oh, she.
You hear the doors behind y'all when you enter the main hall open again with a slightly winded acolyte holding a newspaper. Sorry to interrupt. And the Dragonborn looks over your shoulder to see the poor child and looks back at you. It's like, I guess I am now. Tell me what happened.
Well, we have reason to believe that, unfortunately, one of your constructs might have had played a part in the incident, and it was described as a puppet-like contraption that only really shows up on the Day of Wonder.
That's interesting. They should be in their rooms by now.
And also, what we appear to, I believe one of your acolytes or students, if that's the correct term in this case, seem to have released a bird-like construct that swooped down upon us and nearly took out my little Fey friend over here, who for some reason tried to catch it.
That explains a lot. I was to assume there's no way they could have gotten out because they're currently on a bit of a grounding per se, but considering that, seems as if though Nim is currently stepping out of line.
Nim, you said?
Nim. N-I-M. If they have caused you any trouble, please do follow me to that room.
No, they didn't. No one was hurt. I believe they were making a test, and it just went a little haywire.
Thing is, one of the only mechanical beings, Nimblewarts is what we call them, that
Little
are currently
bird things?
here. No, the large mechanical puppet-like people. Nim is one of them here. They were gifted to us not long ago, and they're the ones that match both the description, and they've been known to tinker with a small mechanical bird.
What you're saying? They're not just
Well, they've currently been asked to stay in their room for the time being, but considering the circumstances, it probably would be best for us to talk with them. I doubt they're the cause of what happened at the market, but there might be a thing they have that could help. That can help us with. Follow me. And she kind of like goes to a staircase to the side of the room.
And if it's not too much to ask, could we also take a look at the storage room that the puppets are?
Like I said, we only have one, and they're not really puppets. They do have minds of their own.
That's...
Free will is an interesting concept that none of us have really been able to understand, but they exhibit some form of it.
Also, they might not be in their room. I knocked on their window, they didn't answer anything.
They're mute. They don't really talk.
Wow, Cassie. You can't just go around asking why people can't talk.
If you all could...
Hate your reference.
If you all could please follow me to their room, we can hopefully get the information that you're looking for.
And I never got your name, by the way.
It's Veleta.
Can you please put that in
Veleta.
chat, Snowy?
Doing it. Veleta.
Like Calvetti.
Thank you, Officer Calvetti. Let's hope that Nim wasn't the perpetrator of this heinous act. So, she leads you just up the stairs. As As you keep going up, you note that Nim seems to have been given a room in the attic of this particular area of the temple. As they approach the door that would normally be there, it seems like the bronze dragonborn is kind of confused as she comes to approach the door. That's a new look.
Lock, you said?
Like I said, Nim is allowed to walk amongst the house freely, as they are considered one of our acolytes, but because of this, they can usually find ways of keeping us out. I don't have a key for this particular lock, as it seems to be new. As she kind of like knocks on the door. Nim, you have company. Could you please let us in? Everyone closer to the door, please roll me a perception check.
Oh man, the one thing I'm not proficient.
So I'm gonna say lightly that it's probably Pete, Tali, and one of y'all. Who else wants to be near the door?
My God.
I guess I'll be there too.
Okay. So Pete and Cassie, please give me perception checks.
Wait, wrong one.
Yeah,
That is persuasion. Hey, you got 4 out of the
Wrong.
way.
You gotta persuade the
door.
door.
Could you please open up?
Perception. It's right by it.
Yeah.
Oh, you know I've done that many times.
Hey, 16.
16? So, Pete, you hear...
Snowy, could you please get back to the mic first? We can.
I'm at the mic. Pete, you hear some clanging, some clattering, as if pieces of metal were moving and whirring behind the door. Doesn't seem to affect the lock, but there's definitely someone behind the door. Nim, please, open the door. And there's no other response. It doesn't even seem like the door is locking. Nim doesn't exactly like to listen to a couple of us priests. They're in, I'd say the equivalent of a teenage rebellious time, if you would understand. It is. But if y'all could, well, maybe you could try if you have some way of opening the door, be it being persuasive or, doing something about this lock that I need to talk to Nim about.
Cassie looks over at Gev. Didn't you do a thing the other day?
I think so.
Didn't you do a thing the other day?
As in pick lock.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to pick this? I'll show you one.
He's just so nonchalant.
You're just gonna pick the lock?
Yep, pulling out the thieves' tools.
Alright.
By the way, while he's doing that, how big was that burb?
Like model plane sized.
What
So you
scale
say
model
like it was
plane?
like a 1 foot cube.
Yeah,
So I could just use mending to fix it then.
if you want to.
I'm gonna do that.
Can Tali assist with this?
You know what? Go ahead. So,
Because
Gev,
Gev's gonna
roll
be working
me
on
the-
that for a little bit.
roll me the dex check for the thieves' tools real quick to unlock the door. The thieves' tools to unlock the door. Both of you, Bob, since you're gonna be on the lead, roll me a flat d20 plus your whiz mod at advantage. So roll me a wisdom check at
So I'll just
advantage.
roll wisdom then.
Yeah.
Let me click advantage and wisdom.
That'll do. Alright, so Gev, after a couple seconds, it is a bit of a trickier lock, but after like maybe a minute or two, you finally hear a loud pop as the lock just like basically releases and the door swings wide. Now, how are you going to approach this since you've now broken into essentially a teenager's room?
Assure them that everything is natural and it's okay. I know what you're doing.
Justin.
Hello?
So, as you slowly walk in and call out to Nim, you note that you can't quite see them. The room is kind of filled with assorted clutter, tools straying about, a couple like metal pieces on workbenches.
Is there any unlit candles?
No, actually. This room seems to get a decent bit of natural light from the skylight.
Okay.
Now, Bob, are you gonna
Bob?
walk in holding the repaired mechanical bird in your hands and out?
Yes.
Okay. So, Bob, do you kind of walk in first, or do you file in after everybody?
I will follow in not as first, maybe like second or third.
Okay.
Yeah, Tali's gonna walk in first. Both her shield on her shield on her back, not
So-
worn, but on her back.
Bob, as you walk in holding the bird out, you notice what seems to be one of like the mechanical, like a mask-like object in the corner, kind of like shift as like this small, slender humanoid figure kind of like slowly walks out of the pile of clutter and creeps to you, just holding its hand out to the bird.
And I extend my hand out holding the bird.
So, Nim takes the bird, and Veleta, seeing this happen, goes like, Nim, you do realize you don't need to hide from everyone entering your room. And Nim just looks and like quizzically going like, and just like turns a key on the back of the bird, just staring at her like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Cassie waves with a stupid grin on her face.
Nim kind of like turns their gaze to you as they're finished twisting the key on the back of the bird's back, as the bird just springs back to life and starts to like flutter about the room.
I should remove that from my inventory.
So, Nim, these people say they have some questions for you. Now, you haven't been off outside of the temple, have you? Nim just like kind of sulks back at that questioning. And this is the time that you'd be asking questions, if you will, because Nim is mute but can seemingly understand common. Actually, Bob, roll me a perception real quick.
Ooh, what am I gonna perceive this time? Not
No
much.
Bob, you notice that like the Nimblewort is Nim specifically is like moving their hands in a very crude, childlike understanding of sign language.
And I'm just going to try to sign language, just like friend? Question mark.
Nim looks at you in surprise and like like motions back. It's like you sure?
And I just look at him and be like, we are all not exactly normal or what you would assume is perfect.
Okay, so Nim kind of like then motions back. It's like okay. What is the question? As they kind of like sit back on like their workbench.
Then I have to think to myself, what exactly was the question? Because I spaced out for a good moment until I heard.
I think it would be smart to like motion to Tali, just like speak. Do you think, Tali?
One moment. Food.
Okay.
What do you need me to
Go
roll?
ahead and grab your food. No, it's just generally asking questions to Nim at this point.
Okay. Just give me a moment.
Okay.
Peter's actually gonna looking around the room. There's probably things that this person has built, including the
Mhm.
bird.
Yep.
Peter's actually tried to approach the subject carefully and asking if Bob will communicate for him.
Okay.
So,
So I'm guessing you're asking Bob to translate the sign language for you because the Nimblewort can clearly understand common.
Yes, at least
Okay.
what she says.
Okay. So go on.
yes, I'll work as a one-way translator.
You build all these things yourself.
Some, as I'm not gonna have this whole thing, but basically through the translation thing, like some, not all, a couple of these I've tinkered and they were already made and slightly broken.
I'm gonna use Gev's voice. Well, just because I feel like I annoy him the most.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna be now in front of everyone, speaking in sentences that have
There-
not been spoken to me.
There was one thing I made myself, but it kind of ran off. I'm like, on that hand motion, you just like see that the Dragonborn in the corner is going like, "Don't tell me it ran off."
Okay,
You
so
just like see like the hand like Nim was going to like sign something back, but like just like retreats to not continue incriminating themselves.
Did they describe what the puppet looked like, or did they not really get to see it?
They got to see what was seemingly a puppet, and it kind of matches the description of Nim.
I'm gonna
You know
ask
this. Go.
the question: did you try to at least stop it before it ran out?
Kind of. Maybe I built something to help with my loneliness. And well, kind of fled, seemingly confused about something. I haven't seen it since. It's been about a month since I've seen them last. It's another thing like me.
Okay, I'm back.
He
Okay.
has learned that apparently Nim has created another Nimblewort to help with their loneliness, but it seemingly ran out about a month ago.
That's concerning.
Yep.
I'm gently gonna approach and say, well, at least you tried to, in some capacity, stop it. But if that thing happens to again, you must let others know. As I look over to
Yeah, you see
The
this
leader.
Dragonborn like just like pinch like the bridge of her nose and go like, Nim, like, all right, Nim. For the next month, you are currently grounded from your inventions and your workbench. You will be working with any of the tools that you want, closely studied by another acolyte. Your permissions for personal projects have been revoked for the time being. You see like a
Like a sad.
Bob, you see like a sad motions like as they're like trying to like sign in their own defense. But do you tell Nim why you're there?
Oh, we didn't tell why them.
You
what?
didn't.
no,
You just had
I tried to
questions.
gently broach this subject without incriminating them.
Tali's going to step up. Him. The reason why we are over here asking about the other Nimblewort is because there was a terrible accident down in the marketplace over in the northern ward, and a puppet-like figure like yourself was in the rooftops by.
You just see Nim like hold like their hands over like where like the mouth portion of the like the faceplate that they have.
Yeah, like a shocked face.
Yeah. It's like Nim kind of like furiously like stumbles across the workbench. It's like, what are you as Veleta is like, "What are you doing, Nim?" As the Nimblewort pulls a small device off from the workbench and holds it out to you.
What is this as Tali takes it?
Kind of signs to Bob because he knows that Nim knows that Bob understands sign language. It's a detector of some sorts designed to find things like myself.
Okay, Tali's gonna attempt to turn it on. What kind of sound does it make, if any?
It doesn't emit one because it's calibrated to not find Nim. Nim explains that they were intended to initially go search out this Nimblewort, but was disappointed to find that they could not leave the temple for the time being. This should help you find her, specifically using feminine pronouns to this other Nimblewort. So, like, find her and try to help her. She's much younger than I am, and I don't think she understands what she's doing just yet. Is it Nimble Right? Yeah, I've been reading it wrong. Nimble Right. Yeah, my bad. I've got a smudge on my glasses.
Then clean your glasses
to see it, so I'm gonna be cleaning my glasses. But yeah,
it's fine, man.
Sorry, I need
It's
to make
terrible.
sure.
I'm so sorry, guys. But yeah, so like Nim just like says like, "Can you please find them?"
Tali's going to reply. We have to try and find them because if they were actually involved in the incident, well, if you're as smart as you look, I think you know what must be done.
Yes, I understand. I need to go now. Veleta will inform you about how that works as Nim kind of steps out the room. Veleta, looking at Nim walking out the room, is like, "That is the most talkative they have been in 2 months."
Feel very, very much responsible for the other Nimblewright being out and about as well.
If I remember correctly, that Nimblewright is calibrated to find one. That Nimblewright detector is calibrated to find one if you're like in a 500-foot radius of one.
That's very generous to me.
It's a large detect magic spell. If I remember correctly, Nim was actually doing this for it was initially drawing up designs from detect magic, a device from one of our other acolytes. It's an impressive little invention, but that should at least help you try to find them. If you do, don't tell Nim, but the house can offer you a small reward if you see to it that it is destroyed.
As much as it pains me to say is that considering what the Nimblewright has done, I think it would be a mercy. Deactivated.
Yes, please. If it's true what you say and what Nim said, Nimblewrights when they're young, they're very impressionable. They bond to one particular person, and if that person is a certain way, it can influence how they act.
Much like a child.
Yeah. If you do find it and destroy it and bring its faceplate or some kind of evidence that you've done so, we can offer a 500 gold reward. Plus, we might be able to spring one of the inventions that we have made recently.
hope it does not come to that, but
I hate to say this, but considering how it is, you might need to deactivate it, period. If given guidance, we could rebuild it with guiding Nim and hopefully make sure that the next one that they make doesn't turn out like this.
And not to sound crass, but we'll have to burn that bridge.
That is understandable. Just please, I know that you're going to be searching out for it under your investigation, and hopefully that device helps. But if you return any part of it to us, there is a reward in question.
just
We can't jeopardize our standpoint with Waterdeep courts any longer. Small inventions like this, we can justify it, but if it's out any longer, we might not be able to justify it anymore. So just please find it and maybe find out whoever's been misguiding it.
Well, we already have an idea, and it was the Zetrium, Snowy?
Yes, the Zetrium. You think it's the Zetrium because...
Of the...
Well, actually, no, you don't, because you know that the Zetrium were also attacked by the Nimble Right. Because there were a couple Zetrium guys in the crossfire.
Well, we have very little leads on what to go on for, because... We'll call this one... Did Nim give it a name by chance? Snowy?
Give me 1 second, guys.
No. And me? Huh.
Sorry, parents were just checking to see what my current gas situation was. Okay. So anyway, as you were saying?
Did Nim give...
Nim did not give this one a name.
For the sake of differentiating the two, we'll call this... We'll call the second one, Sally.
You could call it Pino, be a joke on... You know what? Literature jokes are not right now. It's more dire.
I would call it Nimble Wrong, but
We'll call it Sally. So we...
Okay.
Just to alleviate any suspicion that it is...
But just see what you can do to find them, okay?
It might be now be affiliated with the Authorities Guild because it was seen attacking the Zetrium. Or another one of the gang associations here in Waterdeep. Finding
plenty that I can think of, but
Good.
I agree with you.
Well, is Peter saying that the tally?
Yeah.
So, here is the question for y'all. Now that you have the device and have been sent on a way to find it, I need to ask.
Are we looking first?
Where are you looking first? Now, consider the fact that 500 feet allows you to cover an entire ward in maybe 30 minutes.
That's... honest.
Well, it's a 500-foot radius, and if you keep, moving to find it, you can usually cover the entire radius, because, each ward is maybe about 1,500 feet. Not 1,500 feet, a couple thousand feet, but it just because they're large, it's a large city.
No, I know, I'm saying, but, that's... Yeah. Even then, a 500... because it's a 500-foot radius, or 200,
Yeah.
or 200, or 500-foot diameter?
Radius. It is radius.
That's 1,000 feet.
Yeah, that's how you can cover that.
Yeah, no, I'm just putting that perspective of everyone else.
Yeah, so you should...
Sorry.
So you should be able to cover this by, ward by ward.
Yeah, it's... frankly impressive.
Now,
what direction did the puppets seen flee?
there was no you were not given a direction.
Okay.
However, I would say this, if you guys want an idea of where to start, There are a couple ideas in the book, however, it requires a history check from all of you.
Oh man! Does Tali get an advantage on this because she lived
Yes.
in Waterdeep?
So does Peter, since you've lived in Waterdeep as well. And Gev. So Gev, Peter, and Tali all get advantage on this history check.
I'm flipping my coin for that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Fuck that. That's better!
On history.
This is 14, so Gev is 14, Tali is 50, Bob...
15? That's,
Bob's
six,
not
that's
paying
a 16. That's a 16.
So yeah, Bob is not paying attention.
Bob is birding.
Okay,
Hackling at the fire inside his head.
so, considering everything, Tali, Gev, and Peter, you've all frequented the Day of Wonders before. You know exactly where it's hosted. It starts in the dock ward and works its way up through the city.
So...
There are actually...
Wait, hold on. We have, question. We have a party of 6.
Yes.
Do we check the dock wards? You check the witch ward?
The southern ward?
I will say this: you do note that that the Nimbleworts you've seen in the parade come from a specific traveling circus that has a couple ships set up in the dock ward.
Hey, someone, Snowy, can you keep Tali with the group because I got hit the bathroom. I'll be back.
Okay. So, Gev, Pete, you guys all congregate to the dock ward near the docks to see if you can find one?
Sure.
It's where we began.
Now, I will say this is actually a bit of an important thing, so I kind of want Tali to be here, so so we'll start back up when DJ is returned. He's like, Okay, so I'm going to be rating some stuff.
I'm putting something terrifying in shitposting.
You mean the fact that we're alive thus far?
I mean, that definitely is a shitpost in itself, but no, I think you'll find this thing I just put in there especially funny.
This is actually a very interesting thing.
The Mimic Amazon box?
Yes. Duh. Oh shit! I just realized, yeah, after you do this, y'all will be immediately into a dungeon, so you actually might level up at the end of this section, depending on how fast we go through this dungeon.
Oh boy, I gotta figure out what I gotta do.
Yeah, because this is gonna be a major level up too.
Yep.
This is gonna be 4. Which means it's time for either skill improvement or feat.
Yeah, because it is level 4.
I might just go skill improvement because I need more dex.
Well, no, that's fair. But I like my feats.
I just need 1 to be happy.
You have 2 featsies. Are you going after Warcaster, Burn? You're asking for a
No.
feat. Like, what feat are you after?
Not a feat, just
Oh.
1 little more point in intelligence.
Oh my god, that's right. You're going to be maxing out your intelligence soon, aren't you?
Yep.
Nice.
Terrifying. I need that gift.
Which one?
I sent Bark a message specifically because like he and I just like we message each other like every goddamn day because we're painting each other's ass. And he replied back to my thing with Shrek and Donkey kind of looking at each other like, oh, that's kind of fucked up. That's like, whoa.
To get that one, I pretty much just typed U and then 3 H's after that because that's about the response I had for that.
I'm gonna still.
Oh, motherfucker. There it is. My headset's low on batteries, so now I'm having to like do it on the cord.
Remember when we used to say that they shared a brain?
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's that's what it is. I thought you said you as in the word.
Oh, yeah, no, I can see how you got confused on that one.
My brain overcomplicated the word I'm too smart for my own good. I can't go for simple.
Meanwhile, my brain is just
Liquid death.
basically. I need to eat. I have been neglecting my dinner.
You
Learn to
just
eat your
you
food.
got you okay. First off, food is what held up the thing, and now you're refusing to eat with the what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, did you say you had to make the food? If you had to make it, that means you have to eat it.
Also,
That's
I
the
just
rule
put
of food.
I just put that Shrek one in the chat.
God, Shrek is taking over the chat stream, guys. The Shrek is taking over the chat.
I'm gonna tell you, it was a good one. It's just oh, I need to. There it is.
Alright, the reason why I neglected my food is because I wasn't thinking about it, and it's not directly in front of me. It's behind me to my right.
Why is it not in front of you? Do you not have table space?
I don't have table space.
Make table space.
I need to get a table.
Well, you know what? That is the only way to have table space. You are absolutely correct. But eat your damn food. What'd you even
I've
make
been
yourself?
debating on buying a third C table and putting it right next to my monitor. Like, right next to my desk here. Specifically,
And
so
I have two tables. Technically 3 tables in my room, but one's a side table. I have the table for my computer monitors. I have the table for my TV. And then, like, all of my various stuff all over.
I have a small desk because I couldn't get a bigger desk because we couldn't fit it into our Kia. And I have 2 C tables that I'm using to hold my TV. And all my amiibos.
What is a C table?
You know TV dinner tables?
Okay, that's what I thought it was.
But it's a solid piece. You can't fold it.
Okay, it's just like when I heard C table, I was thinking of like I believe it's actually called a C table. The thing that's like has to do with water.
Okay, I'm back.
It's slightly less
Hello!
impressive than the B table.
Sorry, sorry, I had to hit the bathroom.
Oh, that's fair.
Punch
Trust
the
me.
toilet.
I get the clog out somehow.
Get the poop knife.
Oh, God damn it.
So, you will note, Tully, since actually Peter, since you rolled the higher history, that the company that seems to help host the Day of Wonders festival is a man by the name of Zardaz Zord, and he is the owner of the Sea Maidens Fair. It's probably best to start your investigation over by his ships that he has docked in the docks of the Dock Ward. That was a lot of dock.
Oh, what's up?
So, will you guys start your investigation there?
Where you guys want to go?
The dock word seems to be a decent start.
Holly, I will say, you know, from your connections with the guard ship and the watch of Waterdeep, that the three ships, the two ships docked. Yeah, no, three ships. Yeah, that's right. The three ships of this company are docked closer to the south end of the dock board, with two of them being the Heartbreaker and the Hellraiser. And
The Heartbreaker and the Hellraiser, you said?
The Heartbreaker and the Hellraiser are docked, and not far from shore is the flagship, the Eyecatcher, in Deepwater Harbor, which is over... Ah, shit, where is it?
You left it.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, Deepwater Harbor is literally also the Great Harbor. Okay, that makes sense. So, how will you approach investigating the possible nimble rights on these ships?
Do we
Is
see
there
any-
first off? Is there anyone overseeing the operations of the ship?
There's a number of men working on and off the ship, just like making sure supplies and other things prepped for the future parade is getting done.
We'll approach one of them.
Okay, and you will be leading this conversation?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and converse, I guess.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sorry, as he places the box down, so and just points to his friends, like, get that to the ship, real quick. How can I help you?
Sorry to be an intrusion, but there's been an incident in town.
Is that the Rumors of the Fireball over by the tavern that just opened up, right?
The very same.
Uh,
We were
well, I was-
wondering if we could question the nymphs where they've been since.
The Nimble Rights?
Yes, since
They're just attractions. Like, they shouldn't be leaving the ship at all. They're nothing but, like, attractions that come across during the parades and such.
all we want to do is ask where they've been. That's all, and we will take matters further if they are believed to be a
Listen,
threat to all people.
listen, guy. You're asking me, a lowly man, who's making sure that these parade floats that we're getting off the ships are ready for the parade in a few weeks, and you want me to stop, find the man overseeing me to see if we can get an audience to you.
I am not saying it will be easy. If there anything that we can do to help to offset this, so that the parade goes along smoothly.
Give me a half second, I'll see if we can get in contact with the headman. He'll be able to fill you in on all this. As he kind of like hands a box to one of his co-workers and like walks off closer to the ship. Is there anything
Wait.
else you'd like to do real quick, or are you just gonna start waiting?
Just waiting.
Anything else, guys?
Not that I can think of.
Okay.
Is there any there are usually people up in the crow's nest right now?
Not really. Like, it seems to be an all hands on deck situation, trying to get everything ready, because this is mainly a carnival. These are carnival ships.
Would it be possible if I could fly up and take a look around? See if I notice anything odd?
Are you gonna fly onto the ship? Because that would be trespassing.
No, not onto the ship, like above, like get a
Alright,
area-
roll me a perception then when you get up there at advantage.
at advantage?
Yes.
Oh, let me that. Or just roll again, I guess.
Hey.
From what you
Nice.
can tell, it seems to be business as usual for the for festival season, and nothing seems to be out of place. But you do see the man that Peter was just talking to get in contact with someone in a bit more, glamorous regalia, and he kind of
Oh
like
God, it's
slumps.
Gilmore.
He just like slumps down, and like you note that he's like after like the guy walks away, he swishes his fingers about like he's casting a spell. And that's what you can see there. And after a couple... Good?
I'm gonna, after I see that, I'm gonna fly back down, next to Peter, and, whisper that I'm not sure what magic he was casting, but he moved his hands like this. And I basically try to replicate what movement, or hand movements.
Pete, throw me an Arcana check.
Is Cassie able to successfully replicate the movements?
I'd say she can with that 20 perception. Go ahead and throw me an Arcana check, Pete.
Not rolling at this.
One more time! The fuck? Throw it one more time for me. That's a bit better.
That's better.
You recognize it as it's a bit all over the place because Cassie's a bit like one too many coffees short of a coffee can.
What?
She's hopped up on caffeine and sugar most of the time, even though she isn't. So anyway, so you kind of make it out. It's like you can clearly tell that Cassie's trying to replicate the concept of a sending spell.
But wait on, doesn't it even have a thematic
It has
component?
a somatic component. Yes.
Okay.
Before he gets back, then
Yep.
doing a spell of my own.
Oh, what you doing?
So I'm gonna do this spell. It's gonna be detect thoughts.
Ooh.
On.
The very man who's going to be interviewing.
So the man on the ship that you're hitting detect thoughts with.
Yep.
Okay, I guess you can see. Is it the man walking back, or was the man doing the spell?
I'm just gonna wait until the very moment I see him.
Okay, so the man that you talked to earlier is starting to approach. He's not disappointed. He's just trying to, kind of matter of fact, trying to get back to his job as he kind of starts to approach you.
I understand that.
All right, give us a second. We're gonna see if we can get you an audience with Mr. Zord. He's surprisingly not busy at this point, so we'll hear back. And at that point, you see like a guy. You receive, and I have to double check how sending works. Okay, so you hear in your heads like, "Come to the ship. You and your friends are welcome. You will be treated shortly." As you can see, like the guy in like the more glamorous regalia, kind of waving you guys on.
At that message, I'm just gonna say, all right. Thank you for your help. I'm not gonna cast detect thoughts on him then.
Okay.
Not yet. And come on. Got a message from the captain saying that we're allowed. We're entertained as guests. Nothing more. As I go up onto the ship.
Head guy wants to know your names as you all just start to file onto the ship.
Did he act? No, did Peter actually receive one?
Yes, he received a message, and
Okay.
he sent back a message.
Okay. Making sure.
Yep. That's like, I'm gonna need your names because boss man. You actually caught him at a good time. We're about to set up dinner. It's a big feast around this time of day.
I'm sure it is with the festival and all coming up. Peter Elfinwood.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Give me a sec. I'm having to step away because the light bulb in my room just went out. So I'm having to set up a lamp.
Today's is all about the technical difficulties, isn't it?
Does that lamp need a banana?
No, it does not. God, that's a reference to the other campaign that kind of fell out of circulation. Anyway. So you're all waiting about. It's like, all right, nice to meet you, Mr. Elvinwood, as he looks to the woman in heavier armor. And you seem to be a cop. What might you be?
Was that Peter?
That was to Tali. Guy's talking to Tali. It's like, you seem to be a cop. Why are you coming aboard? Any questions? Anything?
Just ruling out any with the incident.
Fair enough. We can't risk our standpoint with the city. I'm guessing these are your friends.
Yes.
Wait, is that Lucky? That fucker from the Tavern Bros.
That's him. Slaps him on the back.
You owe me 5 gold.
Hey, I didn't put your money where you put it.
You promised me you would win. I handed you the 5 gold. You didn't win. Give me the money back.
You just make a habit of getting debts with people.
No, the DM does, apparently.
This is literally using... Yeah, this would have been a perfect stance for a charisma check. That's why I'm saying, like, you're literally the man of the people.
Yeah, my charisma is pretty shit, so fuck you.
Fine. It's don't worry about it. Guy just gets slapped in the back of the head. Anyway, as you guys make do your
Charisma's my dump
introductions,
stat, leave me alone.
you do your introductions and everything. After a while, you're basically set aside. It's like, all right, so give us a second, because dinner is on that ship. As he points to the eye catcher just in the harbor. So we'll get a dinghy up set up, and y'all should be there in a minute or two. Any questions before you go?
Nope.
Trying to think of something.
I'll give you time.
Does anyone? How many nimble rights do you have?
We have 3. One's usually positioned at each ship. We actually have that one over there. As you see one doing like a small bit of legwork.
What? Legwork? That's very. That's a very mixed
it's like-
message, Snowy.
It's varying like goods across the ship where it's need to be, because like you can tell on this ship it's where the parade floats
So
are
it's
stored.
moving stuff around.
Yeah.
Again, because
Yeah.
legwork is a very loaded thing.
I'm sorry.
They could be
Would you-
adjusting their leg springs for all we know.
They could, or they
Exactly.
could be pulling a gun. Like still, but like they're just making sure everything's set up. Like that one's actually doing some labor, and then we have the one on the other ship that's with the entertainers, and they should be practicing their act soon. And then there's the one on the flagship.
Are you missing anyone?
Nope, just the 3. They've been reported at all hours of the day. They're a special property per se.
That's good.
But no, if you have any other questions, as you can see, like a small ship finally approaching from the side. That is your ride to the eye catcher, and you can bring them up to the headman himself. Okay. What's this? How long have they been in your service? About 3-4 years. Alright. Yep. Boss is waiting for you as he points down to like the small ladder to get into the dinghy.
I feel like I should get something and get something nicer on.
You are fine. I've dealt with more high nobles than who've turned me down in more proper attire, and I still don't think it's enough.
Let me actually review something, because this one actually is a map, by the way. I can't sure.
I imagine Peter's the first one to go down since he was leading.
Yep, I'd assume so too.
Yes, he's behind.
Okay, here we go.
Bob follow.
Let me grab your tokens real quick. Because this actually has a interesting thing. Let me make sure everything's set up for this map real quick. That's just Who's this? I'm having to grab everyone's tokens, so sorry this is taking a bit. Why do I keep losing everybody? What?
I'm right here, dang it.
I lost everyone. I lost the Troll Skull Manor.
I mean, we could just drag our tokens onto the new seat.
Yeah, well, I haven't had a chance to yet.
No, I'm saying we could do that like after we get to the sheet, and then you just put us where you want us.
Well, you know what? That would have been a good thing to consider before I already copied everything.
Hey, don't look at me. I'm just the one that has ideas. They may not be at the right time, but I have them.
Oh god, that's a bright map.
That it is. Now, this is 6 players in a very confined place, so I hope you don't mind it.
Bob likes hugs.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
the only reason I banged up is because that freaking Griffin drive by.
Whose fault is that?
His.
I never said it wasn't my fault. I'm just calling it Griffin drive by.
So, y'all are actually going to be positioned right about here. I don't know, you're stacked close together because it's a very small room. So,
Also, just so you know, I can see all of our health except for Tally. In case you needed to know for like any sort of special reason, just wanted to point that out.
this is starting to actually just... There. Can you see Tally's health now?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Save
I
it.
figured you'd want to know.
Seems to be the problem each session.
Save it now so you don't forget.
Okay. So you're shuttled over to the eye catcher, and then you are sooner rather than later ushered into the captain's dining cabin. And as you're shuttled into the dining cabinet, you notice that it is bedecked with golden filigree. There are purple coatings with some silk tassels, wooden paneling scented with perfume, and a magnificent feast laid out on golden platters sprawled atop a mahogany table. Exquisite craftsmanship. No, you may not take the mahogany table.
Mahogany.
I'm gonna do it.
Well, what about the doors?
Actually,
Oh.
legitimately, this entire room seems fancied up as if this is a normal place for him to host a party. And then across the table, there's a scantily clad man. in scarlet apparel and with a nice trim and a bountiful bit of chest hair. He has a flashy rapier that hangs from the side of the table because he had to place it down in order to sit. And he stares at the first person into the room, whoever wants to be the first person into the room.
I guess that would be me.
Okay. He says, "Welcome aboard the Eye Catcher," flashing his, and he just flashes his teeth. "I am Zardaz Zord, at your service." As he kind of motions for y'all to sit.
And Cassie does so.
This is my assistant, Tarwin, and I believe this, as he points to his right, is one of the many people you've come aboard to check up on. As he motions to the right of a nimble right is sitting next to him.
Yes. Unfortunately, though, our purpose of meeting is under more unfortunate circumstances. We are investigating a potential lead of a Nimrite that attacked several civilians.
Attacked several civilians. Well, Jester, as he looks to the man to his right, you've mentioned that all of your kind have been stationed aboard doing their business, right? Yes, sir. So, it seems peculiar. I believe you came to us mainly because, we don't hide the fact that we have such exquisite performers.
I've
Enjoy-
seen you in the past, and I must commend you about your words.
That's a mighty, mighty grand compliment there. Elvenwood, is it right?
One nod.
I will say, enjoy the feast, and if you have any other questions, please ask. I am willing to share with you as much as I can. I will say, though, do not think of as common carnival goers. This is a fine establishment. The Sea Maidens Fair has been operating for many years across the Sword Coast, and we try to provide some wholesome and entertaining experiences to the people of Waterdeep.
I mean, the ship really does catch your eye.
Okay, wait. So, this guy right here, he's a nimble, right?
Yeah, he's a nimble right, and he can speak.
That's what I wanted to...
Yep. Double check on. That's
Yeah.
fair.
I believe a person of the guard, as I look over, should be one to fully investigate.
Well, I'm not sure what you'd want to investigate. I can assure you that most of these ships that I have here are harboring nothing more than entertainment, various cargo, parade floats, and, well, all of them are built for quite speed and comfort to my performers and my workmen. So it's not like we're hiding anything.
Was the gentle hint.
Yeah, that was the gentle hit for you, I believe, DJ. But I think you're thinking about your questions, aren't you?
A bit, and most I zoned out a little bit.
Okay.
What was said?
Basically, it's a situation that a guardsman should probably ask about the nimble right situation, considering that Zord is sitting across the table with one at his very side right now, and just being very open to you.
Kali's making note of all this. And listening right now.
You must understand then that we don't mean to intrude upon this precious time that you have. But we do have to follow all leads to their logical conclusion.
Oh, that's fine. You even came to us near the end of the day, so I thought it would only be, courteous to invite my esteemed guests here. If I remember correctly, some of the people aboard actually mentioned you're the proprietors of that new tavern in Troll School, aren't you?
Unfortunately, yes, and also the site of the very incident we are investigating.
That very instance, when we got word of that, we had asked we had to keep a track of everyone here to see if everyone was okay, if anyone had ventured out during their leave. We even checked with Jesta and his 3 compatriots, and none of them had left, so if it's them you're looking for, well, they're not the ones you're looking for. So there might be another one like them in the city, but...
Yes, understand. Just, again, following all logical leads.
Might I ask, at the scene, was there any indication of what might have caused the attack? What the attacker might have been after, if I might ask.
I looked to the other people, because I don't know.
Oh,
Personally,
right,
personally, I would rather keep that under wraps. Like, the actual thing that they were after, I'd rather keep that under wraps. If that makes sense, guys?
to flavor it, Cassie's gotta look over at Tali. What would you do in response to that look? Should we say something?
Put it simply, a rather unknown reason, but a fair few people died. And we're trying to figure out who did it and why.
Give me 1 second.
No.
It's been a second.
5 seconds. Come on, man. Seriously, step up your game.
10 seconds.
Okay, now let's not get annoying.
I was
Dude,
just gonna
that's
stop
okay.
at that point. Debating whether or not I should activate magical awareness. Which is just detect magic.
So anyway, what was that question?
I'm just debating whether or not
No,
to
what Tally said.
Oh.
Sorry, I had a phone call, so I couldn't hear it all.
I didn't say anything else?
Okay. Well, no. Why you said something earlier, but I had a phone call that I couldn't hear it all through.
Oh.
In response to him.
She basically said that he's out of character. I said I'd rather keep the actual reason under wraps.
Mm-hmm.
And she basically said that this was a...
Well,
We don't know why that the incident happened or what they were after. So they're trying to find out who caused it and why, because a fair few people did die.
it's fair, but you explain this as such. Sounds like a simple matter of Waterdeepian politics. One person had something they're after. Maybe it's a hot item. And one thing led to another, and things got a bit toasty. But maybe it is not smart to make jest of a traumatic experience.
Well, also, it appears that a Nimblewright was found near the scene.
Well, Jester has exclaimed that there are all of his compatriots, all 3 of them here, are accounted for. And I can even show you the deal of purchase from about 4 years ago for my compatriots.
I'm going to do an insight check on the "they were all here" statement.
Go ahead.
That was with advanced accent.
I'll take it. And you know what? I'll even let you have it. Okay, so you note that he's very truthful on his statement, but you start to note some cracks in the facade of his
Gentlemen.
basically his gentleman-like statements. Like, he's very much a gentleman, but it's almost like he's playing it up a bit too much.
Tolly's gonna very calmly say, now, no need to keep odds. But we're just trying to figure out what had happened. Basis. I know that the Nimble Knights are in the parade start here and end in Southern Ward. You said, Snowy?
Yes, because it wraps around the entire city and loops back to the southern ward to get back to the dock ward.
And it goes all around the city and ends in the Southern Ward to get here.
I inform you, Miss Calvetti, there is no facade, and I am telling the truth when it comes to my nibble rights. I only have 4. The others are given to me. Sorry, the 2 others are given to me and lent out to me by the temple. If you are looking for nimble right, I can assure you that none of the ones in my ownership had anything to do with this. I am an entertainer. I have no interest in Waterdeep politics. Why would I care what's going on in the city past ensuring you that none of my men were there? Okay.
About that.
Upon this statement, you can see more and more of the facade cracking, but not in the way of his truthfulness, but the fact that, like, he is playing up a character, but he's being as honest as he can be.
My God. I was not expecting a second 20. Okay.
I hope you know your tokens face up again now, right? So you can flip that at any point because of those 2 20s.
No, I know. Been faced up.
Yep.
If anything, I didn't mean any disrespect. It's just I just want to make sure that you're being entirely honest. Here to be so.
Understandably, this is a tense subject, and we do not want to insinuate anyone into the ownership of such a tragic accident.
If you would be so kind, do enjoy the dinner. I did invite you after all. We have many options from the carnivore to the vegetarian to the omnivore, whichever you wish and conceive you as. By the way, but when he's looking at saying carnivore and omnivore, he's looking at both Karnash and Bob respectively. So please enjoy the meal. I, however, have, as he kind of like holds to his neck, need to head out as he grabs his plate and starts to walk out of the room.
As he walks out, I'm gonna say this as I'm bowing. Thank you for your time, sir.
Yes, enjoy the rest of your meal. Once you are done, my men can ferry you back to shore.
Sorry if I slighted you at all.
No, it is fine. I understand. Police do their work and they need to cover every ground, and I, as a businessman, need to ensure that every ground I stay on the right side of the law. As for right now, I apparently have to deal with paperwork when it comes to the fact that one of our floats are missing prime decorations, and I need to order more. So, I'll be right back. If you finish your meal, have fun. Try the crab rangoon. It's superb.
I feel like that's a reference.
Far Cry 4.
Okay.
Wait, what? Excuse me?
Yeah.
Far Cry
At that
4.
point, Zord has already left the room, leaving both Jesta, the Nimblewright, and Harwind, the person that Zord claimed to have trusted the most, at the table continuing their meal. Jester kind of just sitting there.
What's up with Far Cry 4?
The crab rangoon.
Yeah, at the beginning of the game, Min tells you, sit right there, I'll be right back. By the way, try the crab rangoon, it's to die for. Walks away, and if you sit there for 15 minutes, you just beat the game instantly without actually having to play the game. It's one of the easy beat methods that the Far Cry series has.
The fuck? Okay then!
You're now left alone to enjoy your feast with one other person.
Alright, so we're gonna sit here for 15 minutes, see what happens.
So
15 minutes, level 20. Got it.
Peter's gonna start eating if no one else is, and try to make idle chat with the Nimrites.
There's only one. There's on the side of the table that Bob's at. The other side is Tarwind, Zord's first mate.
You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna use magic awareness.
Oh no.
It's essentially a minute-long detect magic.
Give me 1 second. I need to now flip to the page where this entire area is described.
Oh no! What
Did
am
you
I
just
doing?
realize that you are inside of a magical room that does not actually exist?
So we are on the eye catcher. J10.
I try to be nice.
Okay. Alright, Captain's having the characters ask, character split, Captain invites some John for meal. Yep. Okay, so you see a key-shaped, a key ring-shaped object hanging on one of the doors, on the way out, on the wall. You see a couple of magical, actually a spell book sitting in the bookshelf not far from you, and a locked trunk on the other side of the room, radiating a fuck ton of energy.
Any particular skull for each of the items?
Hmm?
Any of the particular skulls for each of the items?
None of these items have a particular school.
Okay, because that does detect that.
Yeah, I know. Another thing is you find Tarwind glowing a bit.
Like full body glowing?
Yes. And the school for that is illusion. Yes.
Have they moved since we started kind of moving around and eating?
They've just been eating and making idle chit-chat with whoever wants to strike up conversation.
Major illusion, possibly?
What's that? As you see the woman now looking at you. Is that something that catches your eye?
Oh, nothing. I'm just trying to figure out some things for the bar. You know, truck customers.
Actually, I am rather skilled with a lot of brands of wine in the area. Would you like some suggestions?
Sure.
She kind of like pulls out like a small like piece of paper and starts writing down like a list of maybe 4 or 5 wines that you could probably get within the city or on special order. Those should actually bring in probably the sailor crowd on leave. I know a couple of our men venture further into the city for a bit more of the interesting things, because the Dark Ward has lesser brands within it, so.
Alright, thank you.
If there's nothing else and y'all will continue to eat, I can say that would be the end of this banquet, unless there are any other things y'all want to do.
Not that I can think of.
Just eat.
Are they offering booze?
They are offering a fuck ton of wines and ales from exotic lands.
Oh no.
Eh.
Where's my mug?
Here's the question: do they have
You
a
have a
cutoff
lucky mug.
limit?
There is no cutoff limit from what you can tell.
Oh no.
You asked the character.
I had my drink pulled up. Did somebody just make the sound of drinking?
Yes.
Yes! I like the idea that Gev looks at a bottle of wine, looks to where Zord left, grabs the bottle of wine, pulls the cork out with his teeth, and starts just chugging it.
So I got a question.
I'll be right back. I gotta get a drink myself.
Did
Okay.
Gev specifically ask if there was booze?
I asked if there was any booze specifically for on the table, because if there is, there's not anymore.
There's not anymore, yeah.
Because I was gonna have Cassie be like, you might want to make sure he has a cutoff limit. He will continuously drink.
Oh,
He does
well,
have a cutoff limit. When it's gone.
the head captain, Zord, he has a fondness for alcohols himself, so there isn't really a limit per se. However, he might be mad if you drink too much of his private cash.
Oh, there
Well,
you
that's
go.
fine. I'm not picky. Where's the rest of the booze?
My point proven.
I'll ask Jesta, could you go ask for some more wines?
I'll
3
take
bottles,
ale if
please.
you don't want wine.
And a couple
take
bottles
anything.
of ale. And Jester kind of like sits up, does a small bow, and like leaves to obtain what is asked of him.
I'm back.
As I die with the hand in my face, I just say,
Well, if this is the fighter Lucky, he said, boss has made enough money off betting on him that maybe he'll accept it as a fair trade, eh?
Compensation, if you will, Snowy.
Yeah. If that is the end of the banquet, unless you guys want to see what else you can do.
We're basically just stuck in this particular room, right?
How many
Yep.
bottles did they bring back?
4. And 8 bottles of ale.
Darn. I drank 3 of the bottles before I stopped.
Okay. But if that is the end of the banquet, as y'all leave, Zord actually approaches Tali.
Yes.
You're one insightful thorn, aren't you?
I didn't make Lieutenant nothing.
I knew I had a reason to worry about you. Understand that we're not doing anything wrong, per se. We're just simple men trying to find a foothold in the city.
Well, from what I can tell, there's just there.
Good. If I find you looking into this even more, don't think that badge will save you for much longer.
Do the rest of us hear this?
No,
Okay.
I want you to make a wisdom save.
Tally?
Yes.
Dirty 20.
He stares at you, unblinking, threateningly, and you look back. You basically, the void, he stares at the void and the void stares back, essentially.
Just
As you
the
both
dead
are just
man.
like, like the jovial
Stone
nature
voice.
that he had in that room has melted away, but you bite back with your own deadpan self.
That's honestly in character for Tali.
You're just staring at him like this.
Good day, Miss Calvetti. And, consider that pistol around your hip a gift from one of my men.
Oh. Oh boy.
Oh man.
You still have your detect magic stuff up, don't you? How long does that last?
Until my next turn.
Okay, so it wouldn't
reading
last
correctly.
this long. Because if it's yeah, because if it's to your next turn, then you wouldn't be able to detect anymore.
Let me double check something here. Eh. I gotta dig through my books. There it is. I had to plug in my headset because I was starting to die.
Oh, that's fine.
That's Artificer, Bard, there.
No.
We've had a long rest since then, right? Since my last usage.
No,
Okay,
No,
we just came back from the
wondered-
banquet.
Yeah, we
You've
just.
at least had a short rest.
Oh, because I had one use on there, but I have proficiency uses, so. Yeah, until next turn.
Okay, so then you
I know
wouldn't...
the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet. So.
Nope,
until
you
the
wouldn't have
end.
seen this then. Okay, you're good.
Okay.
So yeah, the firm handshake that seemingly is crushing even under your gauntlets. As Zor just waves you off, it's like, my men will not take you. Okay, never mind, you kind of match his strength. Holy shit, alright.
Don't fuck with a paladin.
I like this.
Don't fuck with Tali.
I have no complaints here, this is really good.
You want me to make an intimidation check to go along with that in this case?
You know what? Just for shits and giggles, go ahead.
Another dirty 20!
Alright! So, like, both of you just, like... both of
It's
you
just
basically
sparks.
identified each other as possible problems, essentially.
It's just... Come on.
Just
Take a
this
picture.
is going between the two of them. Just menacing.
Come on, just...
Anyway,
It's in speakeasy.
No, not that.
as you're looking for that...
I was more envisioning just like the eye glares are just creating like tension sparks between the you know what I'm talking about? Like that effect.
Anyway, as I'd say by the time the banquet ends, it's getting to early to late evening. Like around that time, it's around like 6ish, around that time. So you're kind of like waved off and you're brought back to shore. And you're set back upon your merry way.
Honestly, personally thinking like Ali's probably the strongest in the party.
Probably, like, with Cassie being a close second. Well, no,
I
with
have
Dev and
18.
Cassie being a close second.
Yeah, I have.
I'm
18
stronger
strength.
I'm stronger than Tully,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah,
What's
I know.
your strength?
Me and Gav have 18 strength.
Okay.
So do I.
Tali over here has a fucking, like, iron will. Anyway,
It's that.
So I'm gonna take a look at that list of wines. Is the writing still there?
Yeah.
Anyone? I didn't want to repeat what I said, but what if them had an illusion spell on them?
While you were looking at them oddly.
Yeah. Had to kind of bluff my way out of that one. Didn't want to stir the pot.
Well, like you didn't want.
Well, can't really get anywhere if we're stuck on a boat.
why I didn't exactly want to start trouble.
And this is why I try to play it off the way
And
I
we're
did.
back at the docks, and the guy... And
Yeah, you're back at the docks, and like no dock workers near you at this point.
Anything, Peter? Since you're the most spiteful out of all of us, keep tabs on that Zord. Or at least make note of him. Right.
Am I really that spiteful?
Yes, you are.
Like, I think everyone in the party just looks at you like, yes.
Do you want an honest answer, boss?
And this is the first time that Karnash verbally speaks. Yes. Like, holy shit, he can talk!
Oh my god, a talking dog.
I'm only allowed to do it once a year. It was
Yep.
this moment.
And it's this moment, it's been wasted. He felt so strongly about it.
Rush.
I'm sorry for that joke, but it was just too perfect. But yes, Peter, you kind of are. And also you're the one who I know that once wronged will never forget.
You can see there's this anger at that comment, but also acknowledgement.
You're right, but I hate it.
It's like, I hate that you're right, god damn it.
Alright. So, where else will you look?
I think we should just trace our steps through the city as the parade would, or head to the end and work our way backward.
Snowy, what time is it?
It's 6-ish in the evening.
I say let's check out one more area and then turn in for the night. I don't want to be caught out.
If that is the consensus.
Especially... And they're saying this as they're walking away from the docks, right?
Yeah, I assume so.
Sorry for that ting.
Are you about to reveal that you were very much threatened by that man?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh.
If anything, Sword attempted to threaten me, which he failed, but also he revealed that the drow that we dispatched the other night was one of his men. I think
goody.
I think that the entertainers are just a front for them.
Oh, goody, that just means I get to give him a good punch in the gut.
Not yet, Cat. Just when the time comes. If the time comes.
Oh, don't worry, I'm not a bumbling oaf.
Holly gives
I'm
you...
more than ready to punch them right now if you want.
Tali gives you that... It gives you, like... That kind of, like... Short little squint... Spark, like... Kind of like a concerned look. It's like... Sure about that?
I'm playful, I'm not an idiot.
It's mean. I feel like Cassie's being attacked. Anyway.
Okay, Robert, not to be mean, but you kind of play Cassie up to be the idiot.
As you murmur about yourselves and return to the tavern, as you file into the tavern and walk in, you see, like, it's mildly busy. But you do see a familiar face, or, well, a familiar back at the bar, as Leaf kind of, like, taps him on the shoulder and points to behind him. Turning around, you see Rainer Neverember.
And
Oh,
who's he
man.
tapping?
Like, Leaf is tapping Rainer's shoulder and pointing to you guys.
Oh, so it's someone. So it's the bar person.
Like, Leaf is making sure that Rainer knows that y'all have returned.
Leaf is who again? Is this someone for?
Leaf
Your
is our
spectral
bartender.
bartender! Your spectral bartender.
Oh,
Rainer is the
Is-
one at the bar.
Yeah, Rainer is the guy on the other side. He's
okay. You've already pronounced it as Lif? So you actually saying Leaf?
You said Leaf! You said Leaf, and I've been transferring to Leaf since you just...
I know,
decided
dude,
to
it's
play
been
that.
a while.
Oh my god, man.
Shut up.
Yeah, by the way, Rainer's also the guy that you saved in session 1 and 2.
No, I knew that.
Yeah. So, like, Rainer kind of turns around and hops up, like, oh, by the stars, y'all are safe. I heard about the fireball this morning.
Yeah, kind of crazy from there.
Well, as long as none of you were injured, it's still sad to see a couple Waterdavians dead.
Unfortunate, yes, but the town watch, city watch is investigating.
Are they investigating it, or do you mean that they're investigating it on the books and you're conducting your own investigation?
A little bit of both.
Talia looks around to see if anyone else is really listening in, and if no one is, she's just going to say, "I was instructed to not investigate."
A little bit of that double entendre, double meaning kind of situation, eh? Fair enough. Maybe I can help. Is there anything you know about the incident?
Is there a back room that we can use potentially, Snowy?
I'd say the bar is pretty empty, but yeah, you can take them to the back room, probably upstairs into the main living quarters that y'all have.
Yeah.
Mind throwing up the
Yeah, I'll throw up the manor now. I don't have a token for Rainer, so I'm gonna have to grab one real quick.
I mean, you don't have to worry about tokens. Unless...
There it is.
just a visual.
How... So which one would be the living quarters?
The common room on the second floor, right here.
Okay. Ah,
So,
messing us up.
that was Bark.
Ah.
He's making sure everything's good. So it's like Rainer's like, so, what do you know of the, situation?
Don't know who started it. And Talia's gonna pull out from underneath her armor. He just like pull her breastplate forward, reach in, and just to show the necklace of fireball with 4 missing beads. Hey,
Interesting.
necklace of fireball. There were 7 beads. Whoever used this, set off 4 of them all at once, apparently. And
Okay.
and a Nimblewright, what was seen at the incident, stops by one of the survivors who actually picked up the necklace.
Alright. That, you have the murder weapon, you have probably the murderer. Who all was killed?
No, it's the murderer. A child hiding.
No, the one that threw the nimble right. You have an identifying the murderer, and you have the murder weapon. Who all was killed?
Members of the Zetrium, well, Snowy, off the top of my head, I can't remember.
There was a gnome that kept repeating, something with the Stone of Goldor, and a couple halfling entertainers.
Yeah. And
On mention of the Zetrium and that gnome, Raynor stops for a moment as he's holding his hand over his head like he's thinking about something.
Couple entertainers. That's a little. Now I'm thinking about it. Isn't that a little strange?
They were just street entertainers. Halflings. No, they didn't match the description of the guys over at the ship. But anyway, Raynor just kind of holds and says, "So, about that. When the Lords of Waterdeep ousted my father, I thought his influence had finally gone for good. The truth is, I honestly do not want anything that comes with my name, be it people, alliances, whatever, if it comes from him. However, some of my father's spies did in fact find me. One of them was a gnome named Dalkar. He'd been watching me for months around this time. Then about 10 days ago, suddenly this man was no longer anywhere to be seen. My father didn't trust many people, but he definitely trusted this gnome.
Thinking that this gnome was one of...
Possibly. I spoke to a few of this gnome's friends around the time when he disappeared. Apparently he was on a special mission to receive something called the Stone of Golor. I was afraid that the Zetrium and the Xanathar's guilds were trying to catch him, try to get to him for some reason. When he heard about my kidnapping, he wanted more information about the adventurers who had rescued me. You all. I think he was planning to pay you to deliver that stone to my father, Neverwinter.
That's...
That explains it.
Did you find the stone on him?
No. It must have already been taken by whoever. We're thinking that it was either the Xanathar's guild was involved. Because there were also corpses with all black clothing.
They had the Zetrium marks.
Oh, okay.
There were no Xanathar's guides on the floor.
What about the 3 that ran off? Where
Also
did they go?
also in similar cloaks, and you guys tracked them to the villas up north.
We're speculating that might have been the Xanathar's guild, but no potential corpses there, and no eyewitnesses. Honestly, it's honestly a bit of a stretch, but considering the tensions between the two factions, it's not unlikely. My compatriots did track the surviving Zetrium, the villas up north.
Wait, the villas up north?
That's the villa. What was
not about a couple days ago, 2 city watch constables spoke to Lord Galhund about a break-in.
Was that the one? Was that where they went to, Snowy Galhund?
You guys don't know which villa they went to. This is the first time you've heard the name of Galhund.
Okay,
I thought Carnage was able to sniff out to this.
He was able to sniff out into the district where all the noblemen's villas were, but when he got there, the smells from that area were too overpowering for him.
Oh, okay.
Too many fancy fuck.
The Lord of the Mansion said everything had been fine, and the constables weren't able to get a warrant to do searches, but if you track these guys there, they might be using one of the villas, specifically the Galhoons by chance, as a way to kind of hide out in plain sight.
Maybe. Also, please keep an eye on the entertainers that are currently docking for the Day of Wonder Festival.
You mean the Sea Maiden's Ferry? They've been here for years coming. They haven't caused any problems.
Not to cause any concern, but keep an eye on them. Call it a hunch.
You know, when you say hunch, and you're a member of Foursquare, by the way, congratulations.
Thank you.
I never stop worrying.
Yeah, let's just say I at least have a gut feeling.
Yeah. Amazing. This is Honestly.
Are you saying this in character, Snowy?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like that, the fact that one of my only fondest memories of my father was at the parade now makes me even more concerned.
My concern was not to sour your own experiences, but...
Please, Rainer is fine. Slight panic now. Anyway, I'll keep a lookout and see what I can get. I've got some friends in the Hoppers Guilds to see if they can get transfer any information. But
Thank
if
you.
you're going to be
It's just a
looking
matter
into the
of...
villa,
Yes, the villa. We might
if you
need
want
to...
to look, if you want to look into that villa, some of the guards are away tonight. If you want to try and sneak there soon. I can see if I can delay some... If I can use my influence to delay guard actions in case anyone calls guards.
What do you guys think? Because I've been, like... I've been steamrolling this entire RP.
You kind of have, so I'm like...
You're
That's not
kind
a
of
bad
the de
decision.
facto leader of the group at the moment.
Ah, shit, not again.
Well, this is a investigation and quote of the guard.
No, this is...
investigating. So I have... My character wants to help out, but he knows that this is something that should at least in face be the guard are investigating.
Yeah, but, like, it's also your
Yeah.
her group and friends, so it's like... She's also looking for counsel from you.
Yep.
Well, there's nothing wrong with a nightly stroll.
Like, Rainer looks, he's like, she's not wrong, and I mean, it is official Force Grey business.
Tali air quotes and says, "It's official. I was simply instructed to not investigate alone."
Well,
Says you're alone.
And no, the guy, I forget his name, Breezeburn or whatever.
who are we talking about?
The mage guy who told me to not investigate alone. He wasn't actually part of Force Grey, was he?
He was not. He was a part of the Watch.
Yeah, so I'm acting on behalf of Force Grey here, so I can tell that order the fuck off or twist it as needed, so I am not investigating alone.
Malicious compliance.
Yeah, basically, it's like... Not even malicious at that point, it's like, I'm not investigating alone. I'm not defying your orders. You told me to not investigate alone, not investigate.
Well, if you will be investigating, I believe you do have a friend that can help you with your alibis. And I can try and get some guards away from the manor tonight.
Who's the friend?
Drunk, he keeps taking money from people downstairs. Looks like a wanderer.
Geb feels attacked.
Gets beamed in the back of the head by a copper coin every now and again.
How about Adrian?
Yes.
Of course.
Snowy Locks.
He's been bumming around your place for a while.
I think a
Assume-
good nickname from Cassie is Snowy Locks.
I assume you're talking about Adrian.
Yes, he looks pale, hasn't seen the sun in ages, and smells of cheap booze and
Gunpowder?
old meat. Old meat and gunpowder. I hope not, as he looks at Bob.
Very bad joke, because I've been spacing in and out for like the past 5 minutes, and it's like my brain went, "Oh, this would be a fun time to go, Dad."
What
Wow.
an amazing way to follow up.
Hold on, I need a drink to compose myself.
Yeah, same here.
Holy shit.
That's what she said.
I don't think that's what she should say!
I can't move you out. I can't move you to the quiet corner.
Don't worry, I can.
Wait,
Here we go. My thing was fucking up again, so I had to do it.
Okay.
So, I'll give you the directions to that villa, and I'll meet you there.
Thank you.
Okay?
Do you want us to bring Adrian along, or have him come with you?
I think he'd better serve downstairs. He'd help with the alibi. Yep. He's trustable, right? Right?
As long as you don't try to get him to play too much cards.
Or at least that's everything he's got. Which I'm assuming that Tali gave Clarence a firm reprimanding about that shit.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean Snowy after that incident.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, you don't bet your own goddamn purse on the table while you're on the clock.
He was convincing, alright?
Yeah, we're gonna go to the villa.
Okay. So,
If that's okay with the party, I'm sorry.
is that okay with the party?
Yeah.
Ow.
Alright, cool.
Now,
So-
yes, only one person is everybody.
Is one person everybody?
Yep.
Alright.
One person equals all.
One
Mr.
for all and
Mark?
all for burn.
At least all the brain cells.
Does have most of the brain cells.
I think that's Tali
Not
and Peter
wrong.
right now.
You're not
So-
wrong, and I hate it.
If we are doing the villa, I've got to review some small things. Yes, here we go. Worst part is I can't hide the text upper floor because upper floor is literally right in front of the main gates.
Oh man, upper floor.
Upper floor.
Upper floor.
But what about the lower floor?
I'm guessing that
Oh
counted
my
as a short rest.
Upper where?
Yeah, that'll count as a short rest for the purposes of regaining abilities.
I am going to heal up really quick. Okay.
What? Oh, you're taking a short. You're just taking a nap on. Well, you just.
No, I'm using a hit die.
Yeah, I know. Like, what? You're taking a short power nap in like Peter's backpack or Tali's backpack while we're walking over there?
On the floor or taking a drink.
On the floor and doing the dinosaur.
Fuck
God
yeah, the dinosaur.
Damn it!
Okay, so I have a massive question for y'all.
Massive, massive. What is it?
Is that hidden enough?
What's hidden?
There's nothing hidden.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing.
What the fuck?
I can see literally everything.
Did you turn on?
Did you turn the fog of war on?
I did.
Obviously you didn't.
You might not
Reset
put it
the
on the right layer.
fog.
You have fog-proof glasses.
Oh, no, I'm on the right layer. I'm on the right layer.
Fog-proof glasses.
Not the fog-proof glasses.
Not the gumdrop buttons.
Not the gumdrop button. Yeah, I did that way too well. What the hell?
Muffin Man?
A muffin man?
The Muffin Man!
Okay. There was there was not enough emotion or strife for that one.
Well, no, he doesn't say with the
Try
eyes.
this
There's
again.
stripe on
That's
that.
the second time around there's strike.
Okay, Snowy.
Yeah?
Easiest way to do this: try revealing or hiding a portion of the map, and it will say reset fog of war.
I literally have twice.
Just move one of us in there that you don't mind seeing you fumble around until it works.
If you go off you have us on another map, right? So
Yeah, I have you guys on
you
another
should-
map right now.
You should be able to edit the details of that map when you pull it down.
Don't tell me this one doesn't start with the Fog of War enabled. It's not even enabled!
Yep.
It should give you the option to enable it when you
Now it's
reset it.
enabled. Now it's enabled.
There you go.
Why is this the one map that doesn't have it enabled by default?
I don't know.
Social encounter, possibly?
There we go. Woo-wee! What was up? What was up around here? I don't fucking know. It's dark.
You know, fucking no, it's dark. Alright. So, I'm going to ask you all to
Hey, keyboard shortcut.
line up in your planned marching order.
Would like
'Cause
to
we are
roll
in-
for fog-proof classes.
We are in a new dungeon, the Galhund Villa.
I'm sorry, I rolled a 1d0 for fog-proof glasses, and it's got nothing.
It's not zero, dude.
Basically, like dividing by zero at that point.
No, because I'm rolling a zero-sided die, therefore it is 0. Not dividing by 0.
That's both a natural 1 and a natural 20 at the same time. Like, you natural crit both ways. That's dividing by 0.
Literally just create a black hole. Oh no, everything's dead.
So,
It's not dividing by 0. It's having 0 of having 0 sides of nothing.
I need you all.
Nothing is something.
I need a question from all of you.
Answer from all of us.
I can give you a question, but I don't know if you'll be able to answer it.
How many of you are proficient in stealth?
Raise his hand.
Do you want to take off your armor for this? Because I am not
I could
proficient
do
in
that.
stealth, and I have disadvantage.
You already start with
Yeah.
disadvantage, right? Well, here's the thing. It's offering everyone who's proficient with stealth to take a disadvantage to grant advantage to one player. So I'll allow it since you're already taking disadvantage. Who do you want to level out of your party members or grant advantage to if they don't have disadvantage?
I have a +5, and I currently have disadvantage because of my armor.
I mean,
If I remember you saying that correctly before.
Yeah.
I technically... Would I get advantage if I'm flying because I'm not making any
No,
footsteps?
you're still making noise.
Your wings are
Flap, flap,
flapping.
flap, flap.
Anyway, so while you determine who's getting the free advantage that Gav can offer, I say we can take a break to get beverages.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, I think people have alcohol in the house too, so I would like to find that out and get more beverage.
That's a perfect idea. All right, we will reconvene in
5. In
five,
like
10
2
minutes.
Also, Snowy.
Get
What's
found
up?
another bottle of
Yeah.
wine.
On DMs.
Okay, looking at DMs.
Yeah. Boy, do I hate when people leave bathroom doors shut when there's nobody in there.
Because they choose violence.
No, I'm not asking why. I said I hate that.
I mean, if someone made the bathroom smell stinky, I'd rather the stink stay contained in the bathroom.
No,
We have
weaponize
this
it.
stuff that gets rid of the smell like as it goes on.
Ah.
And on top of that, since there's no window in that bathroom, day or night, you cannot tell if someone else is in there
That's
unless
creepy.
they have the light on.
That's really creepy.
How is the insulation there?
The installation's pretty dang good.
Still,
Okay,
but like that's just creepy though.
Because our bathroom, when it gets like below 25, this whole apartment gets super cold. If that door is left open.
You know, the installation's good enough. So much so that when it's, let's say, hot in the summer and we had the AC on all night, but we turn it off during the day, like, you know, for the sake of like falling asleep easier, I will open my door and then the entire house will get cold again because I've kept the cold inside my room because I sleep with my door shut. Exact opposite in the winter.
So,
Yeah, so I am
ref-
the only human at home right now.
Woo!
And I appreciate that.
Can I get some pizza rolls?
We actually do have those right now.
What have you been doing?
Like legitimately, there's like a bag the same size as your torso right now in the freezer.
I have been bugging Sage for months about him and pizza rolls, and now I feel vindicated.
Hey, I wasn't the one that decided to get them. I was technically the one who paid for them, but I didn't decide to get them. They just kind of appeared in the shopping cart because Em wanted some.
Microwave exactly one of them and eat it.
No. I am a man of culture. I will use the air fryer on one of them.
They're on only one of them though.
Only-
Shadow.
No. Shadow, do not go to get the pizza rolls. Shadow,
Look at the pizza rolls.
don't get the pizza.
What is going on?
Shadow, the pizza rolls.
No, legitimately, I started petting him because he was like going like through my window to like get like the fresh air.
Uh-huh.
And then as soon as I started petting him and you mentioned the pizza rolls, he's like, yes, I must go get the pizza rolls. No! And then he left my room. I'm assuming to go get the pizza rolls.
I guess that'll explain why Waffles now walked into my room.
Air fryer.
Zoe, plot twist,
First.
you have the pizza rolls.
Oh shit!
Air fryer exactly one of them, and then proceed to eat it with a fork and knife.
Now here's the thing, I would do that with my camera on, just to annoy Snowy.
Why do you think I suggested it?
I mean,
Dude,
the thing is, I
haven't
don't have a tiny fork and knife. It'd be a lot
I
funnier.
have been meaning to get like
I
a
use my
bag of.
chopsticks.
I've been meaning to get like a bag of pizza rolls for a bit, but every time I have money, I never go to the grocery store, and it usually gets schlucked up by like bills or like COVID expenses.
Yep.
Or savings.
Yeah.
Yeah, bills.
Savings is like bills you pay to yourself.
Yeah, it's bills of the future. It's like Bill Nye the Science Guy, but more depressing.
No,
It's
Bill Nye the
just-
Science Guy is already really depressing though.
I said
Kinda,
more
yeah.
depressing because it involves the future.
It's present you preparing for the stupidity of future you.
I hate how accurate that is.
You gotta prepare for your future stupidity.
So I should grab this thing from the bathroom.
Anyway, when Burn and Mischief come back, DJ has something he'd like to discuss with y'all.
Okay. Also, is Bart here?
You also need.
Yeah, I do. I'm just like,
Yeah, I'm here.
you're the one that brought it up. so.
Bark is back.
Bark is back. Burn, Mischief, we're waiting for you. We're gonna
Jeez.
punch the moon.
Bark is back.
I didn't do
better
anything
than
wrong, did
ever.
I?
Bark is back and
Kill
barkier
that
than
goddamn
ever.
moon. I hate the full moon.
No, fuck the moon. Don't fuck the moon.
Don't
That's
actually
Sokka's
do that.
territory.
Don't
That's
actually
Sokka's
do
job.
that.
That is Sokka's job. Only Sokka.
No!
is allowed
That is a great ceremony in the Clan of Wolves.
I
It didn't
I-
catch me laughing, and now I'm sad. Because I'm sitting right next to it.
I almost want to. You take 2d12 of psychic damage.
No.
Not Karnash. But
You as a person.
In my clan, we do more than just howl at moon.
No.
It also begins with an H.
I'm
Then
going
I
to
walk
delete
back
you.
into.
I don't know. Now we're just waiting for Mischief. But
I've been
overall,
holding air in my system way too much lately.
I guess I can preface this. It is getting a bit late. Would you like to get to the end of this dungeon, or would you like to stop here?
It's mainly because a lot of us have work tomorrow, and
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
I personally think stopping in the middle of the dungeon would be a bit of a mood killer. And I would rather instead of us picking up too much steam in the middle of the dungeon than stopping, for us to pretty much take bench right here and pick up pace when we have our next session. Oh god.
I will preface this. It is a bit shorter than a normal dungeon, mainly because you're just exploring a villa, but there are a couple side rooms with treasure that you might want to be interested in.
Oh, it's ADHD heaven. That's why I'm just thinking, like, no, this makes sense because we're inside of a rectangle, which means we don't know much past that.
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
means it might
I'd like
actually
to
be a
mention-
smart stopping point.
I'd like to mention,
especially since we
This
are
is-
investigating a lot.
if you can, zoom out a bit, you can see the entire square of shadow, essentially. It's a big fucking map.
Yeah. What did Ladybug just find?
She didn't find anything. She fell asleep too early, so I woke her up, and now she's complaining she's cold, so I threw a pencil at her.
I thought I heard, like, I find a thing or something like that. I'm like, how'd you find?
No, she says she's cold and she's trying to put the blanket back on, so I threw a pencil at her, because...
Why did you throw a pencil at her?
I
Closest
missed
thing.
with the first one.
I'm sorry.
No, I understand that fully. Earlier my girlfriend was over and she was like doing like the roly-poly thing to try like turn away from the TV to look at me to like kind of like cuddle and be adorable. But she accidentally, like with her backside, grabbed the blanket and started to roll herself with it. And she's like, "I'm not doing it on purpose." And I'm like, "I know you're not, but like you have to lift it and like throw it on the other person if you're gonna do that." I know, because I've done that to myself before, by myself, in the bed. Because the bed does that, because it sinks in just enough, because we're both heavier people, and it's a purple mattress, so it
so it
sinks
stinks.
enough.
Oh.
And if it sinks and like you have the blanket just right, you will roll yourself up like a burrito.
That's amazing. So it's just like you're just in a
perfect for the winter.
so pretty much you're just in a ditch and you're pretty much log rolling.
Uh-huh. rolling.
So now with me is that the odd thing is that the way my bed is, the sheets are the comforters are either heavy on one side or the other, and I try to get this nice balance in. But at the same time, since I move in my sleep, sometimes my sheets will be completely turned around.
Yeah, I've gotten better at not moving as much in my sleep. Like literally just like this past month, I've figured out how to get myself to do it a little bit less. But it used to be I could tell you, but you wouldn't believe me because like it sounds dumb. Before I get to that,
Sage, both have
Yes.
ADHD, and we have stupid solutions to stupid problems.
No. Here's the stupid solution. I just kept focusing on staying as still as possible, which forced my brain to go into like a reset mode, and I was just suddenly asleep.
Doing that is actually a popular method on how to train yourself to lucid dream as well, because you try to trick the body, because the little twitches your body sends to you is testing to see if you're asleep.
If
So
anything,
trick that.
so he's asking for a bit of consensus on what we are doing. Are we pausing here or not?
I mean,
I don't
I'm all
mind.
for it.
Yeah, I'm good with a pause.
Yeah, I am too. It's just that,
Like, even though I don't work tomorrow, I understand and it makes sense.
especially, I think he has a wireless headset, or if he is, he's just still muted.
Well, they are currently muted on here, so
No, I know. It's
didn't they say they had to take out the pupper?
no, that
Or
that was Bark.
Okay. I had seen that when I was in the bathroom, so I didn't see like the names.
No, that's
so like
fine.
my brain was.
I was
like,
just saying like that was Bark.
Also, we're at a good round 3 hours, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But before my brain
Mistiff,
forgets
you're
it.
back.
God dang it!
Hear that? Hear the discussion by chance or no? If,
Only when you're
What?
talking.
we're discussing whether or not to take pause here because we're about to start a dungeon and it is getting a little bit on the later side.
I just threw my dinner in the oven, so
Okay, I just didn't want to confirm confirm the group decision without you not being. Okay, so
me. By the way, I think Legends Arceus has had just enough of my shit.
anyway,
I was just thinking I should play more of that.
it's a good game, but
My
if anything,
Driftbloom has been getting his ass kicked recently.
if anything, Snowy said I can do the close without me if I need to. So that's what I'm going to do.
And you can feel when it's.
If you guys don't mind if I do the close.
Okay.
And then just.
Alright, after you're done doing the close, I can tell you about like how I ADHD sleep.
Speaking of, that's why I was late, because I fell asleep.
Nice. If
I didn't even
anything,
wake up to the pings.
if anything, thanks to Snowy, who's not here right now, for actually running this session, and the rest of you guys for dealing with my leadership bullshit this session. RP.
Yeah, it's about time you had a chance to actually show off.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
We all kind of just give you shit every time you try, so you know.
Stop playing charisma characters if you don't want to be the leader role.
You can't tell me what to do.
Stop playing
this
the
is my
cops,
only charisma-
jeez.
This is my non-charisma character.
This is 2 characters in a row. You're playing a cop.
But yeah. Next time on Waterdeep Dragon Heist with these hooligans, we are going to be investigating. What's the name of the villa again? I forget.
I don't remember.
God dang it! I know it was written down. I thought.
And I resent being called a hooligan. I am a chucklefuck.
Ah, yes, my favorite thing. The nice nougaty bag of chuckle fuck.
And I am a dog.
Fair enough.
Bark.
We are going to be investigating the suspicious villa next session with these friends, and I hope you all have a good morning, afternoon, or evening whenever you watch this VOD. But for us, it is a good evening, and I wish all the viewers well. And we are going to be rating a certain D&D Enigma who's having a subathon.
You know, I forgot you were streaming, and I meant to go open it up. My bad.
It's fine. And again, please tune in next Sunday, which is April 3rd. The next session of Waterdeep Dragon Heist. Wow, I messed that up.
The Water Dragon Deep Heist.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Water Dragon Deep
The
Heist.
Deep Dragon Water Heist.
Ocean's 11.
God damn.
D&D edition.
Basically. Anyway.
The Heist deep dragon water.
Good night. Stay awesome.